Another unseasonably mild day here in central and eastern Kentucky, low to mid 70s, even with some stubborn cloud cover, although we did manage to see a few breaks in the clouds. Of course, now the focus shifting to the potential of a few strong to severe storms into the day on Wednesday. I think we're going to have a couple of rounds of activity, and what happens tomorrow morning I think will dictate how things play out with the main surface cold front rolling through tomorrow afternoon. Much cooler for Thursday, but it is not going to last long. And looking ahead to the weekend, pleasant to begin the weekend, but some legitimately cold air looks to be on the horizon. We are all quiet here in the region. Everything looking good. Again, there your aforementioned cloudiness with the visible satellite beginning to darken a bit, of course, with the sun setting at around 7:40-ish. Regionally, all the action is up around Chicagoland. You can see how quickly these storms are firing up. Unfortunately, they've got a warm front, an area of low pressure coming in from the west, and a huge temperature spread on either side of the boundary. And that's why you see the red. That's a level 4. They've got a moderate risk with the potential for some tornadoes, a severe weather outbreak possibly this evening up there. Late tonight, a few of our northern counties, it's a low-end level 1. Again, very low-end chance, primarily large hail. Now, I think area-wide, we're going to see scattered showers and storms the deeper we get into the overnight. Still some clouds around as expected in front of the Montgomery County Courthouse. We're at 73. Southwest winds helping us out 10 to 15 with higher gusts. And you see Jackson County, some blue sky in there here and there near McKee. At the Mesonet site at 72, so temperatures managed to recover nicely. In fact, we have spiked all the way up to 76, so very close to the record here in Lexington, just a degree off of it. 77 set back in 1973. Earlier didn't think we'd make it, but you got to remember with the later sunset, our temperatures now more around 4:30, 5 o'clock. That's when we're hitting the peak warmth of the afternoon. Dew points, great measure of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. Anything over 60 begins to feel a little muggy, especially by early March standards. So we've got that feel in the air and the moisture in place. Now all we need is the front to move in. You see 83 St. Louis and Springfield, other side of the front. Up around Chicago, O'Hare, I think reporting like 42 last hour. So an incredible difference on either side of the front. And that's why they're looking at the severe weather threat off to the north. The area of low pressure moves eastward, and then the cold front moves in tomorrow. So this evening, quiet, no sweat. Tomorrow morning, yeah, we'll see some storms around. And as mentioned, the morning storms will dictate how things play out tomorrow afternoon. The more cloud cover that remains in place, the less instability the front will have as it moves through late tomorrow afternoon and into the evening hours to get the severe storms going. Not to say we're out of the woods at all, but just something to keep in mind. So it may be a little bit conditional in that regard. But look at how it cools down by midnight as the colder air comes in behind the front. Yeah, we're talking mid-30s come Thursday morning. The severe threat at this point hadn't changed. You see the level 2. Primarily a damaging wind threat, large hail, but really all modes on the table this time of the year. You get that isolated spin-up tornado threat in there as well. Beyond tomorrow, our precipitation chances really wind down till probably Sunday. So big picture here. Again, the front moves out. Yeah, it's obviously going to be cooler. Hopefully some sunshine, but only upper 40s. A breezy Friday. This front kind of washes out. I mean, we're not even going to see any rain out of it at all. It'll be pleasant, but we could have wind gusts 30, 35, possibly even 40 miles per hour. So definitely on the windy side Friday, but temperatures are going to be bouncing around for sure. They will recover nicely into the weekend. Timing looks good for Saturday, so if you've got outdoor plans, I think it'll actually be a decent day. Maybe a few high thin clouds with the system off to our north. And then you see what's on the way late Sunday. Here comes a frontal boundary. That's going to bring some rain and storms initially, but you see the blue, you see the cold, and that's going to be a quick reminder that yes, we are still in March. That'll be toward the end of the 7-day. Breezy, mild, scattered storms late. 66 overnight, 77 tomorrow, occasional rain and storms. And again, a few of those could be strong, especially in the afternoon, but one or two of them possibly north and western part of the area even in the morning with that hail potential. And I mentioned the breeze for Friday. Again, a lot of the weekend good, the late shower and storm chance. And then there's your little reality check. Yeah, we could see even a few snow showers, and just looking at some of the data, that 37 may be generous. So temperatures could potentially only hover in the low to mid 30s on Monday. We do dry it out, but the chilly air remains in place with highs in the upper 30s next Tuesday.